You think it's just a quick release, but what it's really doing is destroying your looks, your energy, and your confidence. Every time you give in to gooning, you're draining your vitality and setting yourself back in ways you don't even realize. If you want to look, feel, and live like the best version of yourself, you need to break free from this cycle. Today, if you don't know me already, I am Knight's Wisdom, and my goal with this channel is to help you go from a gooning loser to a real, God-fearing man who ends up becoming a great husband and a great father. You might think gooning is harmless, a simple release that feels good in the moment. But here's the hard truth. Every time you indulge in it, you're trading your energy, focus, and potential for a fleeting moment of pleasure. That so-called release, it's wrecking your body, mind, and your very identity. And the worst part is that you don't even realize how much it's draining you until you start to notice the changes. Tired eyes, low energy, lack of motivation, and a sense of emptiness that's hard to shake. The truth is, you're not just losing physical vitality, you're losing your ability to focus, to build, and to create. You start waking up feeling foggy, not sharp, because your brain is addicted to instant gratification. Your mind isn't wired to handle real-life challenges. It's stuck on the dopamine hit that comes from quick fixes, from gooning, from escapism. But it's not just your brain that's suffering. It's your physical appearance too. Your skin becomes dull, your body becomes sluggish, and your confidence? It's nowhere to be found. You've seen the signs, haven't you? You look in the mirror and ask yourself, why do I look tired? Why do I feel like I'm falling behind in life? It's because every time you go down that path, you're taking a little piece of yourself away. The man you were meant to be is being buried under layers of instant gratification and laziness. You're becoming a shadow of who you could be. You're robbing yourself of the energy that could be used to chase your dreams, to improve your body, to build something meaningful in your life. But here's the kicker. You've become addicted to that quick fix. Instead of facing real challenges, you've been running to gooning for relief, for comfort, for a temporary high. But that high is just a mask. It doesn't fix anything. In fact, it only keeps you stuck in a cycle of avoidance. And every time you give in, you get further away from your purpose, further away from what you're truly capable of. The real issue isn't the gooning itself. It's the lack of purpose, the lack of focus, and the lack of self-discipline. Without a clear mission, without something greater than yourself to work toward, you'll keep looking for escapes. You'll keep reaching for the temporary, the easy, the quick fix. But you have to realize, these things only numb you. They don't heal you. They don't fix the root cause of your dissatisfaction. If you're serious about changing your life, if you're tired of feeling stuck, if you want to stop being a slave to your urges, then you need to stop thinking small. You need to stop thinking that quitting gooning is the end goal. It's not. The real solution is to build a life so fulfilling, so full of purpose and focus, that you won't have time for distractions. You need to connect with your mission, your vision, your purpose. You need to create a life that excites you so much that you don't need to numb yourself with quick fixes. And the only way to do that is by embracing the struggle. It's by building mental toughness, by facing challenges head-on, and by committing to something greater than just your next instant pleasure. You have to realize that real fulfillment comes from the hard work, the sacrifice, and the grind. It doesn't come from some cheap dopamine hit. When you stop numbing yourself and start building your life with intention, with purpose, you'll find that the urges to indulge in things like gooning fade away. They lose their power over you because you're focused on bigger things, things that bring true satisfaction. So, how do you start? You start by making the decision to stop wasting your energy. You stop giving your power away to things that don't serve you. You get clear about your goals, your purpose, and your vision. You get discipline. You invest in your health, in your relationships, in your career. You start building the man you were meant to be. And with time, effort, and focus, you'll become unrecognizable. Not in the physical sense, but in the sense that you'll have transformed yourself into someone who is strong, confident, focused, and unstoppable. It won't happen overnight. It's going to take work, struggle, and patience. But that's the point. The struggle is what builds you. So stop chasing the quick fix. Stop numbing your mind and body. Start building a life that you can be proud of. When you do that, you won't just feel better. You'll become the best version of yourself. The solution isn't to just quit gooning. It's to rebuild your life from the inside out. And when you do, everything else will fall into place. And just quickly, if you struggle on this path or just want to speed up the progress, go click the first link in the description and check out my store. You can buy my ebook on NoFap, my ebook on masculinity, or join my private community where you can talk to me personally or other like-minded men to help you on this journey, and also get both of the ebooks. But now, let's continue. Go check it out for more info. When you indulge in gooning regularly, you're not just giving in to a fleeting pleasure, you're draining your body's vitality, your energy, and your potential. Every time you ejaculate excessively, you're depleting your body's testosterone levels. Testosterone is the very hormone responsible for your strength, vitality, and muscle mass. It fuels your drive, your ambition, and your sense of power. But when you continuously give it away in an unproductive manner, you're slowly stripping yourself of the very thing that makes you feel alive and capable. You've probably felt it, that sense of physical lethargy that creeps in after every session. Your body feels heavy, sluggish, and drained. You might have been gearing up to hit the gym, but the thought of lifting weights or even taking a walk feels exhausting. Your energy reserves are tapped out. That post-release crash isn't just an emotional drop, it's a physical one. Your body is depleted, and it's going to take time to recover. And during that time, your workouts suffer, your strength suffers, your muscle mass suffers. You're not just falling behind physically, you're actively holding yourself back. And it's not just your body that takes a hit, your mind does too. The brain fog that follows excessive ejaculation can be debilitating. You wake up feeling tired, even though you just slept. You sit down to work on something important, but your focus isn't there. You're distracted, lethargic, and unmotivated. Tasks that should take minutes feel like hours. You know you're capable of more, but your brain is stuck in a haze, scrambling to regain clarity. This isn't a coincidence. Each time you indulge in the cycle of overindulgence, you're robbing your brain of the clarity it needs to function at its peak. Mental fog takes hold, and you start feeling like you're just going through the motions, disconnected from the tasks at hand, unable to summon the drive you once had. This is the vicious cycle that many men fall into. They overindulge because it's easy, because it's a quick fix, because it provides an escape. But every time they do, they lose a little more of themselves. Their physical vitality wanes, their mental sharpness dulls, their drive fades into the background, and soon, they're left with a version of themselves that they barely recognize. Weak, distracted, unmotivated, all because they kept giving into a cycle that promised pleasure but delivered nothing but depletion. But the good news is, it doesn't have to be this way. By reclaiming your energy, by prioritizing your physical health, and by cutting out the distractions and vices that drain you, you can start to feel like yourself again. You can regain your mental clarity, your energy, and your focus. You can rebuild the strength and vitality that come with living a life of discipline and purpose. Testosterone isn't just a number on a test result. It's a reflection of your strength, your drive, and your potential. When you stop letting it slip away in cheap indulgences, you start to harness it for the things that truly matter. You'll feel the difference in your body and your mind. Your workouts will become easier. Your tasks will become more manageable. You'll stop struggling with brain fog and start feeling clear-headed, focused, and ready to take on whatever comes your way. But none of that happens if you keep giving in to the cycle of overindulgence. You have to stop. You have to start building a life of discipline, of purpose, of energy. When you do, you'll reclaim your vitality, your strength, and your clarity. You'll take back control of your life, and you'll finally become the man you are meant to be. Every time you indulge in gooning, you are not just damaging your internal strength, you are sabotaging your outward appearance as well. It is not just something happening inside you where no one can see it. Over time, it shows up on your face, on your skin, and in the way you carry yourself without you even realizing it. Your skin, your hair, your overall glow, it is all a reflection of what is happening inside your body. When you are constantly ejaculating, you are throwing your hormones completely out of balance. Your body reacts by overproducing oil, your pores get clogged, and your face becomes greasy, riddled with acne, and loses that healthy shine that a man full of life and purpose naturally carries. Instead of looking fresh and powerful, you start looking tired, sickly, and unclean. It creeps up slowly, one breakout here, another blemish there, until one day, you look in the mirror and you do not even recognize yourself. But it goes deeper than just hormones. Every release depletes vital fluids from your body, fluids that were meant to nourish you, keep your skin supple, your face youthful, and your eyes bright. When you keep throwing it away, your body falls into a state of subtle dehydration. Your skin begins to dry out. You start noticing more wrinkles, more rough patches, more sagging, Your face looks tired no matter how much you sleep. You could drink all the water in the world, but it will not fix the deep internal dryness you are creating through your habits. Your body was designed to retain that energy and use it to build and repair itself. But when you waste it, you are running yourself dry from the inside out. And it is not just physical damage. Your appearance is also shaped by your emotions, your confidence, and the energy you radiate. When you indulge in gooning, you are constantly cycling through guilt, shame, and self-disgust. Even if you pretend you are fine, those emotions hardwire themselves into your facial expressions over time. Your eyes lose their spark, your jawline softens, your posture slumps. You stop looking like a man who's ready to conquer the world and start looking like someone who is lost, beaten down, defeated before the battle even begins. People can sense it without you saying a word. You walk into a room and they can feel the lack of strength, the lack of life. You think it is just a little pleasure, a little escape at the end of the day. But it is costing you the way you present yourself to the world. It is costing you the natural attractiveness that every man has when he is living a disciplined, purposeful life. No skincare product, no new haircut, no fancy clothes can cover up the look of a man who is drained from the inside. True handsomeness, true presence, comes from within. It comes from vitality. It comes from the strength and energy you hold on to and cultivate. The solution is not more surface-level fixes. It is to go deeper, to stop bleeding your life force out day after day, to start rebuilding yourself from the inside. When you stop wasting your seed and start focusing on your mission, your body will naturally heal. Your skin will clear up. Your face will start to glow again. Your eyes will regain that sharpness, that dangerous glint of a man on a mission. Your posture will change without you even trying. You will walk taller, you will command more respect, and you will not even need to say anything. The world will see it in your face. They will see a man who is alive, who is thriving, who is full of energy and purpose, a man who does not waste his gifts on meaningless pleasures, a man who is rare, a man who is built different. But it all starts with the decision to stop betraying yourself. Stop stealing your own vitality. Start holding on to it. Start becoming the man you know you were meant to be. Every day you stay disciplined, you heal a little more. Every day you hold on to your energy, you grow stronger. And one day you will look in the mirror and see it for yourself. The glow, the sharpness, the power, the man you always wanted to become staring back at. When you are trapped in the cycle of constant gooning, it is not just your body that takes the hit. It is your entire presence as a man. You might think nobody notices, but they do. Your energy speaks louder than your words ever could. You walk into a room, and before you even open your mouth, people can sense something about you. They can feel whether you are a man filled with vitality and purpose, or a man who has drained himself chasing cheap pleasures. When you constantly waste your energy, you strip away the natural power that gives you confidence. Confidence is not something you fake by standing up straight and forcing a smile. Real confidence is built deep inside you. It is the result of how you live your life every single day. When you are holding on to your energy, when you are in control of yourself, when you are building discipline, that strength radiates out of you. You do not have to try to be confident, you just are. It is the natural state of a man who respects himself. But when you indulge in gooning, you feel it the moment you step into a social situation. You hesitate to hold eye contact. Your voice lacks conviction. You find yourself second-guessing everything you say. You feel like you are on shaky ground, like everyone can somehow see through you, and the truth is, at a subconscious level, they can. You feel smaller because deep down, you know you are living out of alignment with your higher self. You know you are wasting your potential. And that guilt, that shame, it bleeds into every conversation, every interaction. You start to avoid challenges without even realizing it. You avoid putting yourself out there. You stay quiet when you should speak up. You back away when you should step forward. Not because you are incapable, but because your soul is exhausted. Your mind is clouded. Your body is running on fumes. Every release chips away at your self-belief a little more, and eventually, you start to think that this weak, insecure version of yourself is who you are. But it is not. It is who you have become through your actions. And the good news is that you can change it. When you keep indulging in these cycles, you also lose the most important kind of respect, self-respect. And when you do not respect yourself, others will not either. People treat you the way you unconsciously show them to treat you. If you walk around carrying the energy of a man who knows he is wasting his life, people pick up on that. They might not say it, but they feel it, and they respond accordingly, with less interest, less admiration, less respect. You are not meant to live like that. You were meant to walk into a room and command attention without trying. You were meant to inspire trust, admiration, and respect just by being present. You were meant to hold powerful, effortless eye contact because you are proud of the man you are. You were meant to move through life with the aura of someone who is building something great, someone who is disciplined, focused, and alive. And you can have that. It is not out of reach. It is not something you are born with or without. It is something you earn. You earn it by breaking the cycle. You earn it by choosing discipline over indulgence. Every day you say no to gooning. Every day you hold on to your energy, you are carving a new identity for yourself. You are building a reservoir of strength that shows up in ways you cannot even imagine. In your walk, in your voice, in your eyes. People will feel the difference. You will feel the difference. You will stop hesitating. You will stop second guessing. You will walk with your head held high. Not because you are pretending, but because you know who you are. Because you know you have overcome yourself. Because you know you are living like a man who is worthy of respect from others and from yourself. This is the real path to confidence. This is the real path to charisma. Not some fake techniques, not some surface level tricks. Real power, real presence. Built day by day, choice by choice, as you reclaim the man you were always meant to be. When you give in to constant gooning, you are not just hurting yourself, you are hurting your future relationships too. You are damaging your ability to connect with real women on a deep, emotional, and physical level. You start thinking you are just scratching a biological itch, that it is no big deal. But every time you indulge, you are rewiring your brain to find satisfaction in something fake. You are teaching yourself that the shallow, pixelated fantasy is enough. You are dulling the part of you that craves real connection, real intimacy, real love. Men who waste themselves like this end up wondering why they feel nothing around real women, why real intimacy feels awkward or overwhelming, why they cannot maintain attraction in a relationship. It is because their brains have been trained to chase dopamine spikes without any emotional investment. Gooning conditions you to seek pleasure without presence, without effort, without connection. And real relationships require all three. When you go down this path, you become isolated without even realizing it. You might still hang out with friends. You might still talk to people, but deep down, you feel alone. Because you have replaced real emotional bonding with a cycle of instant gratification, you are feeding your brain a cheap, empty high instead of investing in the slow, powerful growth that comes from building genuine relationships. And eventually, your soul starts to starve. You feel emptier with every high. You feel less satisfied with every release. The world starts to feel colder, and you cannot figure out why. It is not because you are broken beyond repair. It is because you are feeding yourself poison and expecting to feel alive. One of the worst effects is emotional numbness. Over time, your brain's reward system gets so fried that even when you experience real affection, a hug from someone you love, a genuine compliment, a moment of deep connection, it feels flat. You do not feel it the way you should. Your emotions are muted. Your heart feels disconnected. You become a spectator in your own life, watching everything happen from a distance instead of living fully present in it. And when that happens, relationships start to wither. You stop caring enough to put effort into connection. You stop showing up with your full energy. You become more selfish without even noticing it, because your entire system is trained for quick pleasure, not deep bonding. And eventually, even if you manage to find someone amazing, you will not be able to keep them, because you will not be able to meet them at the level of depth and authenticity they deserve. This is the silent tragedy of gooning. It promises you pleasure, but it steals from you the very things that make life beautiful. It steals from you the joy of real intimacy, the pride of building a relationship based on trust, passion, and deep emotional connection. It robs you of the strength it takes to be fully present with another human being, to love fiercely, to protect, to cherish. But it does not have to stay this way. You can break the cycle. You can reclaim your ability to feel, to bond, to truly love and be loved. It starts by recognizing the cost of this addiction. It starts by choosing to stop feeding yourself lies. It starts by rebuilding your sensitivity to real life, real connection, real purpose. Every day you resist gooning, you are healing your brain. You are awakening parts of your heart and soul that have been asleep for too long. You are making yourself capable of real passion, real intimacy, real strength. You are preparing yourself to be the kind of man who can build a powerful, unbreakable bond with a woman who respects, admires, and truly loves you. You are not meant to live numb. You are not meant to walk through life half asleep, chasing empty highs. You are meant to live with your whole heart. You are meant to build a life filled with real connection, real meaning, real love. And it starts with the choices you make today. You know it is bad for you. You know every time you do it, you feel weaker, emptier, less like yourself. But you still go back to it. That is what happens when you get trapped in the cycle. It is not because you are broken. It is because you have been trained to chase quick relief instead of facing the real problems inside you. When life feels heavy, when you feel restless, lonely, or frustrated, you look for the easiest way out. Gooning offers that easy escape. It gives you a few minutes where you do not have to think or feel anything real. But when it is over, you feel guilty. You feel disgusted. You sit there wondering why you did it again. You tell yourself it was the last time. You promise yourself you will fix everything tomorrow. Then, tomorrow comes. The discomfort comes back. The urge comes back. And the cycle repeats itself. This is not just about the physical act anymore. It is about the slow death of your potential. Every time you give in, you lose trust in yourself. You lose a little more belief that you can change. You start thinking this is just who you are now. And that is the real damage. It is not just the brain fog. It is not just the drained energy. It is not just the tired face you see in the mirror. It is the fact that you are killing the man you were meant to become. You were meant to be strong. You were meant to walk into a room and radiate power and presence. You were meant to build a life that made you proud, a life that demanded respect. But instead, every time you choose the easy way out, you push that dream further away. You settle for a smaller life. You settle for less energy, less respect, less purpose, less everything. And the worst part is, it does not stop on its own. The more you indulge in it, the harder it becomes to break free. The more you numb yourself with fake pleasure, the less motivation you have to fix the real problems in your life. You become a shell of yourself. You stop chasing greatness. You start accepting mediocrity. No one is going to save you from this. There is no magic button. There is no hidden secret. There is only you. You have to be the one to decide that it ends now. You have to be the one who chooses the harder road. You have to be the one who chooses growth over comfort. It starts by understanding that you are made for more. You are made for real strength, real power, real connection. You are made to build something incredible with your life, but you cannot do it if you keep killing your potential every night behind a screen. The choice is yours. Stay trapped in the cycle, feeling weaker every day, or rise above it, reclaim your power, and build the life you were meant for. The only way out of this cycle is to take your energy back. You have to understand that the urges you feel are not evil. They are powerful forces inside you that are meant to be directed towards building your life, not wasting it. You need to live for something higher than just chasing comfort. You need a purpose so strong that it demands the best from you every single day. When you wake up in the morning, you should not be thinking about cheap pleasure. You should be thinking about your mission, your body, your mind, your spirit. They are weapons you are supposed to sharpen, not dull. Every ounce of energy you waste on gooning is energy that could have been spent getting stronger, getting sharper, getting better. Imagine channeling all that power into your business, into your fitness, into your craft. Imagine how much further you would be by now if you had not wasted it all. Self-discipline is not about punishment. It is about freedom. The more you say no to your lower self, the more you create space for your higher self to take over. You start small, 1 hour, 1 day, 1 week. You replace the habits that destroy you with habits that rebuild you. When the urge comes, you move your body. You do push-ups. You go for a walk. You meditate. You write. You create. You do anything except go back to the cycle that made you weak. You need to heal yourself physically too. Start training like your life depends on it, because it does. Lift weights. Sprint. Move your body every single day. Fuel yourself with clean food. Get real sunlight on your skin. Sleep like a king. Treat your body with the respect it deserves, and it will start rewarding you with energy, clarity, and strength you forgot you even had. And slowly, you will see it. Your skin will clear. Your face will look sharper. Your eyes will become more alive. Your voice will sound deeper. Your presence will feel heavier. People will notice. You will notice. Not because of some magic trick, but because you stopped wasting your life force and started building it. This is not about quitting something. This is about becoming someone, a man of purpose, a man of strength, a man who is connected to his mission, to his brothers, and to God. That is the man you are always meant to be. The road is not easy. It is filled with struggle, pain, and sacrifice. But it is real, it is noble, it is worth it. So make the decision right now. Stop leaking your power away for nothing. Start building yourself into the man you know you are capable of becoming. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to everyone who believes in you. And you owe it to the life you are meant to live. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to walk into your room, grab you by the hand, and pull you out of the mess you have created for yourself. If you want to be free, if you want to rebuild your body, your mind, your confidence, your life, you are going to have to make the decision yourself. Challenge yourself, starting today. Set the standard higher than it has ever been before. No more gooning. No more wasting your potential. Commit to a new way of living where your energy is sacred, where your purpose is bigger than your cravings, where every day you wake up with a fire inside you to become better than you were yesterday. Do not try to walk this path alone either. Find your brothers. Find the men who are serious about building themselves up instead of tearing themselves down. Join a community where the standard is high, where you are held accountable, where you are pushed to be your strongest self. Brotherhood is a force multiplier. When you stand with men who are walking the same path, you walk faster, you push harder, you rise higher. You have to start today, not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel ready. Start now, even if it is small, even if it is messy, even if you fall down. Because every second you waste is another second you are giving away your power, and you have wasted enough already. This is your call to action. This is your wake-up call. Take control of your life. Take control of your energy. Take control of your future. Reclaim the man you were always meant to be. Reclaim your strength. Reclaim your pride. Reclaim your mission. Subscribe for more if you are serious about transforming your life, your body, your mind, and your soul. This channel is not just content. It is a brotherhood. It is a movement. It is a mission. Now stop scrolling and start becoming. The time is now. The man you are meant to be is waiting for you to finally show up.